Hey, all of you beautiful souls. So I had two questions that are both connected, and the first one was about a week ago. I apologize for the late response. Things have been rather chaotic lately in my life, to say the least. And the second question I believe was asked today, and it rang a bell that they both connect. So, and as the title says, you know, the first question was how long does it take to change a mindset? And I think the person actually emailed me. And the other question was how long should I listen to self-improvement subliminals before I move on to physical subliminals? And for those who are new, I highly recommend listening to self-improvement subliminals first before you start listening to physical subliminals, right? Because if you have a lot of bad juju or a lot of bad, habits that you need to change first, right? Because if you just jump right into the physical subliminals, you can face a lot of resistance depending on the mindset you're in. Now, I can't. It's very, very difficult to answer this question because some people have a lot of trauma that they're currently overcoming in their life and went through a lot of difficulties growing up as a child, and that's the key answer. And I know some people, maybe they just need to be a little more positive or just work on maybe the self-esteem or criticism a little bit or whatever it may be. Maybe they need to I don't know, maybe they need to get out of the paradigm of complaining too much or whatever it may be that they need to just move through. It's going to be a lot faster versus someone that's right, obviously going through a lot of trauma as a child. Now that's the answer though, right? All of these paradigms go back to our childhood. So if you really want to shift a mindset fast or really shift into physical subliminals faster after listening to the self-improvement subliminals, well, you want to combine in meditating. And people need to realize that we're working with the same thing here, the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is what we're changing with subliminals using the psychological technique of repetition, right? We're using repetition to change paradigms, or I like to use the word computer coding or algorithms. Because paradigms are really like algorithms, right? And the more affirmations you write, the more powerful you start to realize words are and the way you connect words together and the way, words flow and, word choice. It's like an algorithm or the hard coding, right? The surface is like the conscious mind, and then you have the hard coding, which is the subconscious mind. And meditating is connected to the subconscious mind. We're going within and connecting to the subconscious mind. And this allows you to go back to your childhood. You can meditate and focus, right, on your childhood while meditating and really expose a lot of these limiting beliefs or where the root of the problem really is. Right? It's like a labyrinth or a maze. I believe labyrinths are the psychological term. I believe mazes are there's a difference between the two. Someone explained it to me one time. Anyways, my point is, it's getting through the maze. It's getting through all of these other things that sometimes we like to just bury away, or if it's not burying them away because of the emotions they trigger, we haven't really grown from it all the way. And how you accept it and face it is through meditating and just focusing on your childhood and what you need to come to peace with. Right? And maybe sometimes it's your teenage years or even something that happened recently that you need to, right, just meditate and really focus on where this bad energy is coming from. And then you can start listening to the subliminal in whatever area you need to improve. Now, you need to be very self-aware, like hyper self-aware, right? Which the more you meditate, the more just going throughout your day aware you start to become. The more responding and thinking and responding you do and less reacting, right? Through meditation. And then your subliminals start to work faster. You can start to connect and feel the subliminals working in your inner world, right? just through this self-awareness, or this hyper self-awareness you get through meditating and listening to subliminals too. So you'll start to just feel your inner voice, right? Your inner voice through self-awareness and listening to subliminals, right? You're listening to these self-improvement subliminals, and you'll start, right? You'll start to feel and just hear your inner voice improving, or just becoming more positive, or whatever you're trying to improve. You'll start to realizing it's changing, and your reality is changing. You have more positive people in your life, or you have more thick skin, and you're not taking things personal anymore, right? It's easier for you to get happy. You just can't stop smiling, right? So this is the answer. All right, how long do you need to listen to self-improvement subliminals? And you know, how long does it take to change a mindset? And as I said, after watching this video, it's going to depend on your situation, right? And you need to be honest with yourself, and have, you know, a very honest, you know, discussion, and look on the inside. And as I said, once you've meditated, which is the hardest part for most people, is just getting started and really looking back and being able to close your eyes and just really relax, meditate, breathe, and just focus on where the root of the problem is coming from. And then you listen to a reliable or a credible subliminal. That's a real subliminal, and it shouldn't take too long, because once you've come to peace through your conscious and, you know, subconscious mind meeting each other, you know, through meditating, once you've come to peace, it's just a matter of changing a paradigm now that you understand where it's at, right? It's like you're going through a maze, or you're going through a forest trying to find, right, a hidden treasure or something, and then you hit it and you find that treasure. Then you got to take it out of the forest, right? You now have the treasure, right? You now have the key, or the golden ticket. Now you just have to, you know, it's a matter of, you know, maintaining or sustaining, right, what you want to achieve. And that's through listening to the subliminal. And as I said, that shouldn't take long. I would say maybe 2-3 weeks, and you should realize your entire reality starting to shift.